This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 314. 4 Simple Steps to Start the Exercise Habit by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is one of 5 podcasts where we read to you from blogs for free so that you don't have to read them yourself, except on Fridays. That's where I answer your questions. Now, I am due to share an inspirational quote with you all. Earlier in the week, some of the authors I read from incorporated some wonderful quotes, so it spared me from having to find one. But I like this one a lot. This one comes from the great Mark Twain. Quote, "Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great." End quote. In a moment, I'm going to read to you a post all about starting an exercise habit. And there might be some who say, "Don't bother, you can't do it. I know you've tried this before." Don't listen to them. I'm sure you're eager to hear the rest of the tips, but I wanted to remind you that we're now just 3 days away from October. We give away a book to a random person on our mailing list on the 1st of every month. So if you want to be in the drawing, make sure you're on our mailing list at oldpodcast.com. All right, without any further delay, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. 4 Simple Steps to Start the Exercise Habit by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. I have to admit that I have my ups and downs with the exercise habit. I know that it's not the easiest habit for most people, and most people's experiences consist of starting and stopping and starting again, which is fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. The important thing is starting again. I've written before about how to build the exercise habit and even have a guest post on it, but today I thought I'd revisit the topic for those who are still having trouble. The main problems. So why do most people have trouble making exercise a regular habit? Well, there are probably a number of factors, but here are the main ones as I see it. 1. Too difficult. People set out with a lot of ambition and enthusiasm and start out with a big goal. I'm going to go to the gym for an hour a day, or I'm going to run 30 minutes every day. The problem is that the goal is too difficult to sustain for very long. You can do it for a few days, but you soon run out of energy and it becomes a drag to do it. 2. Too many goals. We often set out to do too much. We want to run and lift weights and eat healthy and quit sweets and stop drinking soda. Well, those are multiple goals, and you cannot focus on the exercise habit if you're trying to do all the others at the same time. Or we might start with one goal, but then get caught up in another goal to stop procrastinating, for example, and lose our focus on the first one. And 3, not enough motivation. It's not a lack of discipline, it's a lack of motivation. The most powerful motivators, in my experience, are logging your habit and public pressure. Don't get me wrong, there are many others that help as well. The 4 Simple Steps. So how do we solve those problems? Keep it simple. Here are the 4 simple steps to start the exercise habit and keep it going. I should note that you can use these 4 steps to start really any habit. 1. Set one easy, specific, measurable goal. There are several keys to this crucial goal. A. Written. Write the goal down. Post it up. If you don't write it down, then it's not important. B. Easy. Do not set a difficult goal. Set one that is super easy. 5 minutes of exercise a day. You can do that. Work your way to 10 minutes after a month. Then go to 15 minutes after 2 months. You can see what I mean. Make it easy to start with so you can build your habit. Then gradually increase. C. Specific. By specific, I mean what activity are you going to do at what time of day and where? Don't just say exercise or I'm going to walk. You have to set a time and place. Make it an appointment you can't miss. D. Trigger. I recommend that you have a trigger right before you do your habit. For example, you might always brush your teeth right after you shower. The shower is the trigger for brushing your teeth, and because of that, you never forget to brush your teeth. Well, what will you do right before you exercise? Is it right after you wake up, right after your coffee, right when you get home, as soon as you take off for lunch? A trigger that you do every single day is important. E. Measurable. By measurable, I mean that you should be able to say definitely whether you hit or missed your goal today. Examples. Run for 10 minutes. Walk half a mile. Do 3 sets of 5 push-ups. Each of those has a number that you can shoot for. F. One goal. Stick to this one goal for at least a month. 2 months if you can bear it. Don't start up a second goal during that 30-day period. If you do, you are scrapping this goal. Step 2. Log it daily. This is the key habit. If you can log your workout, you will start to see your progress, and it will motivate you to keep going. And you have to make it a habit to log it right away. Don't put it off and say you'll do it before you go to bed. As soon as you're done working out, log it. No exceptions. And don't make the log complicated. That will only make you resist doing the log. Just the date, time, and what you did. Step 3. Report to others. I think this is key. You can do it on your blog, in an online forum, with your spouse or friends or family or a workout partner or a coach or a group or a class. However you set it up, make it part of the process that you have to report your daily workout to other people. It could be using an online log or on a forum or through email or the phone or just by telling your coworkers what you did this morning. But be sure that they know your goal and that you're going to report to them, and be sure that they are expecting it every day. Step 4. Add motivation as needed. The first 3 steps might be enough for you to get the habit going, but if not, don't just give up. If you miss 2 consecutive workouts, you need to look at the why and add a new motivation. Rewards, more public pressure, inspiration, whatever it takes. You can add 1 additional motivator and then see if it works. If you miss 2 more consecutive workouts at any time, add another motivator, and so on, until the exercise habit sticks. You just listened to the post titled 4 Simple Steps to Start the Exercise Habit by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net. Willpower comes and goes, right? As Leo mentioned in the beginning, you're going to be super gung-ho. You're going to set these fantastic goals. You're going to watch The Man of Steel or 300 and go, I'm going to look like that. I'm just going to look up what they did and I'm going to do it. A week or 2 goes by and you think, wow, I cannot work out 8 hours a day like those guys did. I can't stick to that strict diet. This isn't going to happen for me. And you fall back to your old habits. That would be an example of setting a very lofty goal, one that's probably not achievable for most of us, instead of setting one, like Leo mentioned, that's realistic. I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't want to just be realistic. I want to, as you always say, push for the moon, and if I hit the stars, great for me. Yes, you could still do that. It just means you've got to break up your larger goal into smaller, more realistic ones. And then as you keep setting smaller, realistic ones, you're still moving in the direction of the moon. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. So yes, strive to look like the Man of Steel or 300 or Wonder Woman. That's perfectly fine. But don't let that be your very first goal. What's going to get you from where you are now, that's a smaller goal, heading in that direction? Let's start there first. That's what Leo's trying to say. And as he mentioned, give yourself some time. Have patience. I actually just read an article on weight loss. What the researchers found after examining lots and lots of other good studies was that people who are able to lose weight, keep it off consistently, are those that follow the slow approach. They don't try and lose weight or look a certain way really, really quickly, but rather they take their time with it, have patience, and incorporate it as a lifestyle because they remember that this isn't about looking a certain way, it's about changing your life. You will get there eventually. Keep shooting for the moon, but just take it one step at a time. Now, a quick reminder before I go. We'll be doing another book giveaway in just 3 days. So if you want to be part of that, plus get some free spreadsheet tools from us and lots more, come by oldpodcast.com and join the weekly newsletter. Just make sure you're signed up before Sunday. All right, that wraps up Thursday's episode. Thank you for listening as always. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing this show with a friend or family member. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you back here on the Q&A show tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.